Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid.
Tony boy.
I'm paranoid, I'm paranoid, I'm paranoid, bitch, I'm paranoid, I'm paranoid, I'm paranoid, I'm paranoid, bitch, I'm paranoid.
Testicles 1, 2, testicles. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Paranoid Radio Podcast, the best show with the best content for the best listeners. I am the humble host, Trebles Garcia, and today we have an amazing episode lined up for all of you guys. We had a postponed Leaving Area 51 featuring Big Tank and Trebles, but we have an amazing episode featuring, and we were featured on Sunday Night Secret Societies. This whole episode revolves around them. And this is the episode that you could also find on their show, so make sure you check them out. Massive shout outs. I want to thank you guys all for also joining us and staying tuned and loyal to the show. We have now reached and broken the threshold of 10,000 followers on Instagram. It took us 3 years to get here, and I'm fucking proud. And I'm more happier than ever, and I'm thankful to God for allowing me to be here today. What a time to be alive. Thank you for being active in the comment section. Thank you for being a patriot. Thank you for allowing me to enter the truth movement and being the voice of truth amongst many other warriors out there. Thank you so much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this episode revolves around John F. Kennedy, Titanic, the Federal Reserve, satanic worshiping, and witchcraft that keeps us docile and enslaved. And also, we break the veil on the simulation theory. So make sure you stay tuned to Paranoid Radio Podcast. Drop a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, as it allows other people to enjoy the show as much as we enjoy making it. And this podcast is now available on all podcast platforms, absolutely free. You can find us on Amazon Music, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts, and many, many, many more worldwide. ParanoidRadio.com, unfortunately right now, is on, I want to say, maintenance record. It's on a maintenance road. We have no idea when it's going to come back up. So we have changed the link on our Instagram account. You can find us on Paranoid Radio on Instagram, and the link to our link tree is there, featuring a lot of people that we work with and all the podcast platforms we are on, absolutely free. Again, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I want to show how much love and how much gratitude I have for all of you guys. I want you guys to enjoy this amazing episode with Sunday Night Secret Society's podcast. Enjoy.
Paranoid Radio.
Bang, bang. Hell yeah, dude.
Woo. That's right.
All right, guys, this is another beautiful episode of the Sunday Night Secret Society. And today you have the humble host of one of the baddest fucking podcasts on the planet, Paranoid Radio. Tonight we have Trebles Garcia in the fucking house. What is going on, brother?
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Before anything, I want to thank God, and I want to thank all you listeners for allowing me to enter their space today, and you for allowing me to be here on your platform. I am the humble host of Paranoid Radio Podcast, the best show with the best content for the best listeners. And our show represents freedom, and we stand for protecting the children, conspiracy theories, paranormal activity, and everything that challenges your reality one episode at a time. So make sure you check us out. Thank you so much for having us, bro.
Boom. Oh, absolutely, man. I'm gonna have all your good old links posted down below.
Yeah.
How's it going, dude? Happy Sunday, man. It's Sunday. Got work this week. It's hotter than balls.
It's hotter as balls. I got sweat balls in my pants. I just cooked up right now. I'm fucking sweating, and I smell like carne asada. I haven't even showered. So we're fresh off the grill, I want to say. Thank you again for having us, dog. It's a beautiful Sunday, dude. You have to, sometimes you just have to, take what you got and breathe in and enjoy the fucking sunlight, enjoy your family, enjoy the cookouts, enjoy the weather. Because, you're a blessing every single time, every day, every second that you spend on top of the earth and you're not under it, you're blessed, bro. So, yeah.
I would have to agree 1000% with that, man. Sometimes life gets a hold of you, and it's always good, as they say, to take a deep breath, smell the flowers. For me, it helps. I'll just walk outside and just in silence and just look at the sunset, look at the trees, hear the birds. And it's very, 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 very soothing.
Yes, sir.
So tonight, I wanted to get in a little bit to JFK.
Okay.
And I'm really curious as to your thoughts on what your thoughts are on this, as there are tons and tons of theories out there. I just got done watching a film, and it was actually produced by a gentleman named Ryder Lee. and Ryder Lee is actually the host of the Raised by Giants podcast.
Okay.
And yeah, before watching it, I was like, it's a buck, dude. I'm gonna support it. Let's watch it. But I've seen so many JFK videos, and this one like really struck me, and I was actually blown away by one of the theories that came about. And it excuse me, and it also was not a theory that I had ever thought of in my head.
Yeah.
So yeah, what do you got? What are your thoughts here?
I wasn't able to see that video, which I'm intrigued because now you're saying that there's a different theory amongst all the 100,000 of theories that we have out there for JFK. JFK is one of the top fucking 5 conspiracy theories, right next to Titanic, Hitler's death. I want to say Judas and some other fucking names. Like, dog, JFK, bro, is to be honest with you, dude, I haven't seen any of the documentaries because they're very, I want to say, they beat around the bush. They're very sugar coated. They don't really bring out, they only focus on how the bullet broke and how the bullet penetrated and somebody was on top of the hill and somebody shot. But I do know that everything that comes in trilogies is a sign from God. And what I mean by that is this, and I'm not trying to be religious here or anything, but the dude that shot him had a middle name, a first name, a middle name, and a last name, just like every impactful person in human written history. And I'm saying written because a lot of history hasn't been written down. So what I must say is this guy was a fucking patsy. Even the person that shot the dude, and I'm not going to be mentioning his names because I'm not really familiar with the names right now, but my brain isn't working that well. But I do know that his name represented, had 3 different names, and even the person that shot him had 3 different names. And I don't know if you noticed, but the guy, I guess it was Abraham Lincoln that got killed in a theater, right? He got killed in a theater, and his murderer ran away, and then the person that killed JFK shot JFK and then was caught in a theater. The other way around, it was the other way around. Pretty interesting stuff, dog.
Yeah, so that's fucking funny you say that, because I remember hearing years and years and years ago the similarities between John Wilkes Booth, who shot Abraham Lincoln, and then Lee Harvey Oswald, who shot. But I was trying to remember what it was, and that was it. So Abraham Lincoln, yes, was shot in the theater, ran. I forgot where they caught him at, and then Lee Harvey Oswald supposedly shot JFK, and then he was found.
Warehouse. He was not. He was found in the freaking theater. Yes. So history probably doesn't repeat itself, but it sure does echo, bro. I must tell you that right now.
It definitely does. It definitely does. So one of the
go for it, bro.
Sorry, one of the crazy things, I forgot exactly the name of the video. So there was the gentleman that filmed JFK driving through in his car, right?
Absolutely.
The grassy knoll, whatever. Life magazine or Time, I think Life owned Time magazine. They purchased this film, so they owned the rights to the film. Well, after there was an investigation that was done, they sent the film over to I don't know, FBI, CIA, something or another. And they realized that the film had actually been edited. So there was clips and pieces, and it wasn't much. It was only a few seconds that were clipped out. And you think, oh, only a few seconds, but those few seconds could have been the determining factor.
Absolutely.
To really figure out which angle he was shot from. Now, I still recommend watching this movie, but real quick.
Have to.
It's well worth it. Again, it's a buck, dude, on Amazon Prime. But one of the theories is that this gentleman, JFK, the fucking president at the time, had what was called, I believe it was called a SIMP device. So this is something that you see in Hollywood.
Okay.
It's a little device that will go wherever you're going to be shot. It's remote controlled. Now, at the time, it was not remote controlled. There was actually a string that had to be pulled, which would cause an explosion that would explode out and blood would splatter everywhere.
Okay.
So they're claiming that he had, because you can actually see him. It looks like he reaches into his jacket, and the thing is, the video is super grainy, so it's really hard to tell if that's actually.
This is new. Wait, you're telling me this guy was in on it himself? Wait.
Yes.
JFK murdered himself? Allegedly? He suicided himself?
Yep.
Nah.
See,
No,
I
no,
know
no,
it's
no.
a hard one. But I do know. So JFK's brother, or I believe it was his brother, had
Yup.
came in and was prosecuting, I believe, a lot of people in the mafia. So the mafia was not happy with the Kennedys.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know if he was fearing for his own life, if he got tipped off, if this is even true. But the theory is crazy that he placed something on his cheek. So when
This
he
is
got
wild.
shot, it exploded. He falls forward. And I don't know, maybe there's like a trap door in the limousine that he was in. I don't know, dude, but it blew my fucking mind, dude. It blew my mind, and I'm like,
I
holy
thought you were
shit.
gonna go into the most common theory that even the cars, the Secret Service in the cars had guns that were angled towards the freaking towards the president at the time, right before they made the right turn on Elm Street, because he died on Elm Street. Coincidentally, it was also a ritual. I'm telling you, this could go into a spiritual attack where they made the movies right after to tell you and personify his death. Not only to martyr him or anything, but feed off the energy that people left on that street. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's but one of the biggest theories that I saw, I didn't even know that. That theory is wild. I gotta see this fucking movie. But I did hear that the dude was shot by his own Secret Service, and coincidentally, and again, there is no coincidences in life, though. Everything is a conspiracy, believe it or not. What happened after was his vice president took over, and we went into Vietnam to control the poppy fields. And this is fact. This is when the drug war started, and it was the beginning of the CIA actually coming in and started using the poppy fields and making sure that the Golden Triangle was controlled by the United States CIA.
See, now going into that too, because I know that JFK did not want to go to war, and I know that caused a lot of shit. And then shortly after, when I believe it was after he passed away, then we ended up going to war.
He also put away, I think he also put away, remind me if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, ladies and gentlemen, he also put away, I think it was $70 billion off the Federal Reserve that they couldn't touch in order for the United States to have some type of gold-backed currency in case of a disastrous event. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not sure the amount, if it's 70 billion or 170 billion, but he put away money. When we did the Federal Reserve episode with Dr. Lawrence Sanger, we found out that he put away money on the side so that the Federal Reserve, through law, an executed law that he signed right before he died, that the Federal Reserve was not able to touch this money, and it was going to be backed by gold, physical gold, like rocks and shit. So
yes,
and it's something that backs up the United States in case we do fall or a collapse of the government. So it's pretty interesting that what he did.
That ties back into the Titanic.
Absolutely, 110%. One of the biggest fucking conspiracies of all time,
bro.
It impacts our life still today. The Titanic sinking, dog, impacts our life still to this fucking day. We are still fucking running through the Federal Reserve, and you are just a fucking number. They introduced the Federal Reserve as soon as the Titanic fucking sunk. Fucking Chase pulled out all his statues and all his paintings away. He pulled them out an hour before they departed. Every single person that died that day, I think it was 300 boats capacity, and they only had about 80 boats. What are those called? Lifeboats on deck. And as soon as the Titanic fucking fell, the Federal Reserve was 16 hours after they found out the Titanic had fucking sunk and suicided itself. They adopted the Federal Reserve in a national scale. It's fucking trippy. It's kind of like 9/11. The day that the 9/11 the towers were finished construction was the same date. Look it up. That the United States of America adopted the number 911 as the emergency number. Trip the fuck out. What the fuck? There's a beginning to an end and everything, dog. It's not like, oh, coincidentally the Titanic fucking sank. Coincidentally, every fucking Senate, every senator that was there against the Federal Reserve coming into power died. Coincidentally, yeah, suck a fucking dick. That's not what happened. Dude. You guys were setting these motherfuckers up to fucking die, and then you guys came in and adopted this thing and made us all fucking slaves. Not only me, made my family members slaves, my ancestors slaves, but most importantly, they made your kids slaves because they're the ones that are going to be paying this fucking debt off, this debt, that the money that you're pushing out to fucking Ukraine, the money that you're paying out for all these other people. Instead of putting it for our veterans and all the fucking homeless people here, you guys are wasting all this fucking, oh God, I'm going in, sorry.
Dude, no, man.
Shit.
Yeah, dude.
It's a massive bomb, bro.
It really is, and it's just so crazy how all this shit like ties together. I've tried even with like 9/11. I always try to like, you want to call it red pill. I always try to like drop some facts and drop some knowledge on my mom. To just start just all I'm asking you to do is look at, she thinks I'm a crazy flat earther. And she's okay with that. She actually just bought me a lighter of a man on the moon as like a joke. And I'm like, she thought it was fucking funny. Anyhow, but like the 9/11 thing is a fucking hard one for a lot of fucking people. And I think
it's also magic too, bro. There's a lot of cultic responsibility. I want to check. You know what? I haven't done numerology on JFK's death, but I did do the numerology on 9/11, and this is like, check this out. We're not even here to talk about 9/11, but this is weird. There was burnt cars. Look it up. This is real shit. There was burnt and flipped cars, melted, burnt, flipped cars 5 to 15 miles away from the demolition zone. And I call it demolition zone because it was demolished. Yeah. So again, there was burnt and flipped cars as if something picked up the fucking car, flipped it, burnt it, and dropped it back on the fucking ground. And what happened was these people, a lot of people that were seeing this happen, they said, we don't even know how these fucking cars came to be. This is surrounding the demolition zone around the city. Cars were flipped and melted. You can say direct energy weapons. You can say whatever you want. Even the fucking time that it happened, the time, the date, 9/11. 11 is a huge number for the Magic Society, for Cultic Society. Aleister Crowley fucking evolved his whole religion around the number 11. 9/11 are numbers that are very powerful in the dark world. You could also use them for positivity, but they're very strong in the negative world. After 11 is 12, and there was 12 disciples, and et cetera, et cetera. So 11, it's kind of like 7 is a great number. 6 is another number that, if you put the 66 together, it's an evil number. So one number less than when it comes to divinity. A lot of people use these numbers to provoke fear and instill fear in your mind. A matter of fact, these numbers don't only instill fear, but they're also emphasize and amplify on your kids. They imprint on you. 9/11 changed our lives completely. You have to take off your fucking shoes now to travel to another state. You have to show your passport everywhere. Now they want you to have the real ID in California. It's fucking wild. So and then they censor, now they're chipping your phone, and they could hear your conversation. It's completely legal for them to do it under federal law.
Patriot, I believe that was the Patriot
Act.
Patriot Act. Yeah. One of my buddies the other day wrote on Facebook and was like, I haven't seen this cat in fucking years, but he's like, do you find it really weird that like I'll be like just talking about something and then I'll look at my phone and I'll get an ad for it? I'm like, bro, that's called the fucking Patriot Act, homie. That's called the Patriot Act.
Yeah.
About 2 years ago, I was craving Buffalo Wild Wings. Bam. I have never seen a fucking ad on my phone for Buffalo Wild Wings, and I'm talking to my buddy about it. I pull my phone up, and what do you know? I got a coupon for fucking Buffalo Wild Wings.
You got lucky. You got a coupon. I just get commercials. Dog, they listening to everything you're fucking saying. And you know what? This is how they find us. This is how they find you. Don't need to join a group on Telegram. You don't need to join a group on Instagram. You don't even need to use their social media sites. Just chipping yourself, because technically you're chipping yourself, dog. You can't live with this extension part of your body, which is your cell phone. You're chipping yourself. You're already chipped. We're already at the end of time. So you have to realize that shit. So you talking about anything that you like, precision, or anything that you desire, or anything that you think your kids would want, is data mining. They're mining your data. They're mining your naked pictures. They're mining the way you speak to your kids, everything. Your behavior patterns, dog. Your speech patterns, everything, dog. You don't need to put your finger anymore to fucking open up your phone anymore. They got your face all recognized with a fucking mask and without one, dog. It's insane how we have allowed the government, not only the government, dog, corporations to buy us out, to buy out your data, and not only have your data, but then give your data for free or for gains on other people. It's like that fucking what's happening right here in Hollywood, where the actors are going, they're striking because all the directors want to take a picture of your shit, take an AI imprint of you, and then use your being, your who you are, your face, your facial structure, and use it for talent in different movies in the future and pay you 0 dimes. So what happens? This is the future. Again, this is how you mine your data, who you are. You're just a number, dog. We live in a fucking matrix, bro. It's life, dog. It's just it. Unfortunately, you have to play this fucking game. It's like when you lose, like when you get imprinted or you get hit shadow banned on Instagram. Unfortunately, you have to play this fucking game. You think I like being on Instagram? Hell no. But unfortunately, all you motherfuckers are on Instagram, and all you want to do is be on Instagram shaking booty. All you want to see is fucking see TikTok bitches and shit. That's where you guys are at. Some people are too afraid to go to the website and take 5 more seconds of your life and go to the search bar and search a different name, search a different .com. A lot of people are too afraid of doing that, and that's because you're a victim of their success. You're a victim of what they want you to do, and you have Stockholm syndrome. At the end of the day, you want what they're giving you, and you're asking for it. You're in love with your kidnapper, dude. Dude, dog, it's fucking crazy, dog. We went into different loops and holes right now, dog.
Hey, it did, and you know what? That I am totally fucking okay with that. And with that being said, if y'all want to fucking check out Paranoid Radio, they are on Instagram, paranoidradio.com, baby.
Thank
.com.
Thank
Your
you.
website, by the way, is fucking dope.
Thank you.
Fucking super sick. Anyhow, I had to throw that out there real quick.
You've been on our show a couple of times as well, and you guys fucking rocked it, dude. We had Bo Diggles on the first time, and then we had you on the second time, and we fucking rocked it, dog. And you came in, you showed out, bro. Dude, we gotta get you the third time when we start collabing, have a massive sit down with the chosen few guys.
Dude, I seen I actually watched it twice, but the is it the Cave podcast, right? K4V3? Dude, fucking slayed it as usual.
Thank you,
badass, dude. There's nothing better, man. There's nothing better in this world. This would be probably a good time to insert a Spotify ad, but I don't have ads. But dude, just being able to collaborate with other like-minded individuals who are, I guess, like, on a mission to really just figure shit out. And at the very least, even if you don't figure shit out, this is like my therapy, dude. This literally is my, and you might have mentioned this on that episode, but this is my therapy, dude. This is where I don't have to fucking feel crazy. This is where I get to sit down and again chat with like-minded individuals and let it out, because I try doing this sometimes when I'm at work, dude. I'll go off. Some chick was like playing fucking Taylor Swift, and I'm like, Taylor Swift eats fucking babies. She's like, and I felt really bad because this girl that I was telling it to is like 17. I'm like, I probably shouldn't have said that, but I'm like, she's a fucking demon. She's worshiping. And have you seen? Speaking of Taylor Swift, and speaking of bouncing all over the fucking place,
there we go.
Have you seen? What's her name? It was Anton LaVey's wife.
Remind me who Anton. Let me look her up right now.
Anton LaVey was the guy that started like the Church of Satan.
Okay,
but his wife.
They look alike. They're fucking the same person,
dude.
Well, you know what, dude? Let me tell you something, dog. And I don't want to interrupt you here, but these people, in order to stay relevant, they need to recreate themselves. This is part of the masonry fucking structure, dog. Even like I told the guys earlier, you need to, in order to stay relevant. Snoop Dogg did it how many times? 8 times. Snoop Dogg became Snoop Lion. He dropped Jamaican albums. Now he's doing fucking nursery rhymes. You have to recreate yourself in a Freemason world so that you could continue serving fucking souls to the big demon, to the big guy with the big horns. That's it, bro. I want to say, I don't want to say she's the same fucking person, but I want to say she's the same fucking person. She just recreated herself and started from the bottom. That's all it is. She reintroduced herself to the world as Taylor Swift, singing lovey-dovey songs from country music as a Christian girl. Her complete opposite fucking, her duality side. And she came, that's what I'm saying, the duality side. That's what Masons fucking thrive on, the duality, the black and white, the checkerboard, the 11 and the 12, the fucking, you know what I'm saying? The negative and the positive.
yang. Yep.
Exactly, the yin and the yang, and they feed off of that. And unfortunately, because we love getting entertained, and we are Stockholm syndrome again, we can't live without Disney. We come in, we accept it. We don't only accept it, we feed it to our children. And then you're singing that fucking song, Papa, Papa. Oh, no, that's not the same. Paparazzi, that's Gaga. Sorry.
Yeah. Hey, probably same shit, dude. Probably.
Word,
I mean,
word.
I wouldn't actually. No, actually, no. It is because I know her and Abramovich, Marina Abramovich or whatever. They're like they do their little fucking nasty fucking weird shit. Now let me ask you this. So talking about Disney, right?
Yeah.
And we both have children.
Word.
And it's fucking tough, dude. So I cannot lie and say that my kid like doesn't watch any Disney like whatsoever. Is there alternative?
And
Oh my goodness.
we're gonna do an episode called Judas. It's gonna get fucking hard for me to fucking when she gets older and she was like, hey dad, I want to see this, or like the Barbie fucking shit that came out. I wanted to take my oldest to go see Barbie because I mean, Dick, that's a huge piece of pop culture for us kids in the 90s.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I never fucking played with Barbie, but everybody that I knew that was a girl had a fucking Barbie, and Barbie's an iconic fucking, it's an iconic piece of history for us. So now that they fucking perverted it and they made it go woke, it's definitely something that you have to fight against, dog. Unfortunately, this is what we're dealing with.
Did you did see it?
No,
No, you didn't.
No, I haven't, but I did hear that it went woke, and I seen the reviews, and a lot of people that did go see it were talking a lot of shit. So, I have to feed off that energy a little bit instead of not want to go see it. It's kind of like the movies that before that, like the Indiana Jones movie, another beautiful fucking franchise that I grew up watching, and I didn't go see it. I didn't go see it because the same thing. Disney doesn't stand for what it used to stand. I'm not saying Disney didn't stand anything less or it was less better back then. I'm just saying, when I wasn't woke, when I wasn't awakened, when I was still asleep, when I was docile, I was enjoying it a lot more. Now I can't enjoy it anymore. Now I see subliminal messages everywhere. I see when the light flickers too much. I see little eyes and shit. It's just wild, bro. I see a lot of fucking symbols everywhere. I see a Taco Bell with a bunch of sixes on it. I see everything you eat, everything that you consume, and then unfortunately it's bombarded. Not only fucking Disney, it bombards on everything, dog. Every brand, every name. There's different names. NASA fucking means I think in German it means to lie, to be lied, to be deceived.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here, dude.
It's a space agency, baby.
Yeah. Well, you really are a flat earther, huh? You're really deep into the flat earth.
Yeah. I am. I've seen. Well, I am. My fiance Ashley. She's on a different level. With the flat earther, like she's like, if flatter.
Even flat earther?
She's even fucking flatter. Yes, absolutely, dude.
Oh,
but man, dude,
how flat can flat earth get, dog? I mean, damn.
It's like, yeah, it's pretty flat, bro. It's pretty flat. It sounded super crazy, man. When I had a coworker that had mentioned this, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here. So one day, got home, smoked a bowl, threw on this video. Now, this video, I believe it might have even been on Netflix or YouTube, but it was. So if you go to like the flatearthclub.com, that's a fucking complete psyop, and it shits. Oh, the Flat Earth Society. It makes you look dumb. Yeah, it makes you look fucking dumb. So when people are like, "Oh, let me just look into this," and they check it out, and they're like, "Oh, these guys are a bunch of fucking idiots," and it goes down. Like, I don't think it's like completely flat, like pancake flat, right? Mm-hmm. But I do believe in a firmament. Okay, I do believe there's a firmament. Mm-hmm. I know we all know, I'm pretty sure the moon landing was a fucking joke. I agree. I mean, Disney was involved with that too. Just for people that do not know, they were involved in the whole entire hoax. And Warner von Braun. Yep. They even talk about it in Californication, dude, on Red Hot Chili Peppers. Really? If you listen to that song, they say that if you listen to music like that, you gotta check out this punk rock called Dead Kennedys. Oh, I look, dude. Woo! Yes, dude. They talk some shit, dog. They talk some shit. And that's how I started getting into this whole Egyptian fucking occultic behaviors in Washington, D.C. too. It's fucking wild, dog. It's wild. Oh my goodness. Dead Kennedys is fucking amazing, dog. My mind is my mind's a little fucking blown right now. We just went over like so much shit, and we could go way more. Bro, let me ask you this, and this is gonna be probably a little bit more. I just want to get your take on it. Okay, I take on it. If the Earth is flat, okay, right? What are the aliens, dog?
And I know you're gonna say, "Oh, inner Earth."
No. Oh, so hey, that is a fucking awesome question, and I'll tell you why.
Yes.
Because I asked that
It's hot
question.
right now. It's a
It
hot
is.
topic.
It really is. And oh, like I don't have like a super straight answer on that.
And if there's a firmament, right? Assuming that God created the firmament, and assuming we're created in His image, I'm gonna use this old Transformer fucking saying, the Transformers movie saying, if God made us in His image, then what made them? You see, it's weird. It's weird because if you believe in a firmament, right, you would have to assume, and you come into a fight to an ultimatum where you say God created the firmament and then He created us in His image, but who created them and why are they here? And is it His will to allow them to pass into our dimension, or is it a dimension, or is it that in Earth? See, it evolves to many different fucking. Yeah, dog. I honestly think your flat Earth and the round Earth are completely blown out of the water, dog. We live in a fucking simulation, 100%. 150%, we live in a fucking simulation. The number games are real, dog. You cannot say we live in a flat Earth when there's so much proof that globe Earth exists and the other way around. You guys cross each other out. And I'm all in for fucking globe Earth, but simulation theory, it's not a theory, dog. That's life. We live in a simulation, bro. You have so much potential, dog. You have so much power in your brain, dog. Can you explain the kinetic energy that pulls, the magnetic pulses, the energetic, the electricity that comes out of your body, bro? Can you explain that? How we are electrical and everything that we are and everything that we consume and put out is a reflection of you with electricity? How you could change the world with electricity? How electricity is the only fucking element that crosses through every fucking dimension? Light speed is something that you'll never fucking reach. Can you explain that in flat Earth? Can you explain it in globe Earth? You can't.
No, I don't think you can. And so this is where I flip flop, where I don't, I need to look deeper into the simulation theory because this is something I haven't spent a whole lot of time on, like at all. But I don't think it's completely like flat. So I guess what I would say is I don't believe that we are spinning at 666.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Like that's
satanic.
That's a bunch of fuck. It's satanic. It's bullshit. I look up the star. The North Star is always fucking there. So that just.
But we're going like this and also like this.
Yeah, it completely dissolves that whatsoever. But as far as the aliens go and the extraterrestrials. From what I know, I do believe that they're outside of the Antarctic ice wall.
Okay.
There's a reason, right? You look at this, that all these fucking countries who go to war with each other can't agree on a motherfucking thing. But they can agree on the Antarctic Treaty. You are not allowed to cross this particular parallel. I do think there is something else out there.
You know who could give you a badass explanation on this? Flat Earth Dave. Have him on your show. He'll come on your show, dog. Flat Earth Dave. Look it up. Flat Earth. You know who he is, right? Flat Earth Dave?
Yeah, Flat Earth Dave. You know Flat Earth Dave? Oh, yeah, Dave Weiss. Yeah.
Dave
I've
Weiss.
already hit up. I got a schedule. I got to click on his calendar.
He's gonna blow your shit up.
Was he on your show?
We had him twice on our show, Flat Earth 1 and Flat Earth 2.
God, I didn't fucking see that one, dude.
You gotta go watch the fucking, you gotta go see the Flat Earth 1 is PH fat, so Flat Earth, PHLAT Earth, and because I didn't want to get dinged. And then Flat Earth 2 came in, bro. I'm gonna send you the link. He blew it up. The second time he came by, he fucking blew it up he talked about how there's a specific island where they ricochet off from. So there's a specific island. I don't want to give you too much detail. You gotta go check it out. I don't want to throw no spoilers, but there's a specific island right before you hit the ice wall where every single corporation dives into their fucking huge fucking ships and cargo, and they offload and they unload from there, and they ricochet to another location on the earth. And they always stop at that island, but there's nothing special on that island. There's about 350 people living on that island. What is so special about the island that you have to go there and drop off? 350 people don't consume that many cows. What the fuck are you feeding them? Like, you see what I'm saying? It's trippy, dog. You gotta go check it out. It's wild, bro. It's wild. So Flat Earth Dave, shout out to Flat Earth Dave. He's amazing. He's a flat earther, and I'm not a flat earther guy, but I mean, I'm open season and I'm open-minded to his shit. He blew my mind up, dog. He's wild, bro. He's wild.
So we are very familiar with David Weiss. Have you? So his collaborate. He does his own shit. We actually have the Flat Earth app on our phones.
Yeah.
We got his fucking app. It's super fucking dope. But
he's gonna like you guys. He's gonna like you guys. Very easy to talk to.
yeah, I think we're gonna have a good time. I gotta book it again. I'm trying to make sure that because Bo really wants to be there for that one, so I want to make sure we can get all that shit settled up. But so he does a lot of shit with Sean Hibbler and Hibbler Productions that does Level with Me. I don't know if you're familiar with any of those, but one of the things they also, well, that's a whole nother fucking thing there. They go into like the Challenger. So even if you're not into like flat Earth and that's really not what you subscribe to, hearing about the Challenger that exploded, dude, that shit is fucking epic. Highly recommend it. You can find it on YouTube and Rockfin, and I believe Rumble as well. It's free now.
That's what's up. I'll look it up.
But yeah, I think as far as like the aliens go, dude, I think that they because I do believe in aliens, and there's not a fucking doubt in my mind. And I've been saying this for so long, and I would tell people this, like, for me, if you don't think that there's other life forms, to me, that's ignorant. And this was back when I believed in fucking all the space and all that shit too. Like, you can't tell me that there's like no other life form there.
You can't tell me that God has a cap on his power. If God put life on this earth, flat earth, globe earth, whatever you want to call it, he has the power to create life anywhere else, bipedal people that look like his image as well. It doesn't need to be only us here in the center of the universe. I don't believe that, and I'm not that so fucking narcissistic. I 100% agree with you on that. But I have to understand. I have to let you guys know right now, dog. Aliens, the time travelers, dog. Time travelers, bro. Aliens are us in Venus. These motherfuckers are fucking in Venus, dog, and they're coming down back to Earth trying to tell us a message, bro.
I don't doubt. That I don't doubt. But I also believe, I know. So I was in the Navy, and I talked to people in the Navy who knows people. So this is kind of diluted, but knows people that have been out on ships, on deployment, and have seen USOs, so unidentified submerged objects, where they So I think also, you know, the shit that's underwater, dude, that's a whole nother fucking, nother ballgame.
Dude. We know more about space, space. We know more about space than we know about the underneath waters, bro, or underwater, whatever. How the fuck is a submarine gonna implode by the Titanic and not implode going towards towards Mars? It's fucking retarded. You cannot fathom this. However, the submersibles, that's fact. That's 100%. I need you to go. I'm gonna send you the link to these videos on YouTube, where there is a submersible. I want to say Stargate. There's an underwater Stargate under Puerto Rico, and Puerto Rico is one of the biggest, hottest hotspots for UFO activity. No, USO activity. And there's the airplanes there and the airport there capture and are always monitoring the waters, because there is USOs flying up and down every single day. Look it up. This is not even fact. This is not even bullshit. There's the Puerto Ricos it's a hotbed, bro, for USOs. So underwater, and coincidentally, I don't know if you noticed, but there's a golden road. I think it's called the Golden Road, that leads into destroyed ruins underwater next to Cuba. This is right next to the Bermuda Triangle, bro. Again, it's a hotspot, bro. It's a hotspot.
There's definitely something there. The Bermuda Triangle has always been like a fascination of mine.
Yeah. We did an episode on Atlantis. And the Bermuda Triangle we called it the Devil's Three-Way. That's what we called it. It's the Devil's Three-Way, bro. I'm telling you, bro. That's a spot, bro. I want you to go check out the Eye of the Sahara. The Eye of the Sahara is a huge spot in Africa. And it's gonna blow your fucking mind. You cannot see it if you're on land. You could only see it from satellites. But within that area, all your cybernetics, all your fucking technology, everything goes dark. Like, you're walking there, you don't even know that you're in it unless your compass is off. It's fucking turning around and shit. Your fucking phone is off. And then you start getting fevers. Like, if you're sitting on a radioactive area, it's fucking wild. It's called the Eye of the Sahara. And this is where, allegedly, again, this is a theory in the ether, where Atlantis was located. So beyond the Pillars of Hercules, you got to look it up. The Eye of the Sahara is fucking wild. It's one of those mysteries. You could look it up on your computer. One of the wildest phenomenons in the planet. and nothing can fly over, and you could only know that you're there because the satellite tells you that you're there. You'll be walking in circles. You'll be lost forever. And
So you're pretty much like completely off grid. You don't
like Bermuda.
You essentially don't even fucking exist while you're
like
in
Bermuda.
this place.
Exactly. 110%.
You think that's stronger than the eye of the Sahara? That is not in the Bermuda Triangle, correct?
No,
they're separate locations.
Separate locations. The reason I mentioned the Eye of the Sahara is because we were talking about, you mentioned the Bermuda Triangle, and I know for a fact that Atlantis is located somewhere, or it has like a ton of loophole in it. So when we were doing our Atlantis episode, which connects to the Devil's Three-Way episode, we were talking about how the Bermuda Triangle, and there's other different areas of the Earth. Washington, D.C. is another one of those areas where they are located in a lot of hotspot ley lines where a lot of witchcraft can be amplified, dog. This is why, I don't know if you noticed, but a lot of the things that happened in Washington, D.C. get amplified on the Earth. This is why we're dominated in military strength. This is why the Vatican's another fucking twisted ley lines where a lot of ley lines are connected. The Mayan pyramids, the fucking Egyptian pyramids are on ley lines, and these are powerful ley lines where people could cultivate the energy and the magnetic pulses of the Earth like a fucking heartbeat. This is fact, dog. Stonehenge on magnetic ley lines, bro, on magnetic powers. This is everybody, and they know this esoteric magic fucking thrill shit. They know how to use it to amplify their will upon us, and this is why we're so docile. And then, like I told you before, our bodies are antennas. We amplify what we're fed, so it's just, we pass it on to other people without even knowing what we're passing on. It's fucking crazy. But then the ley lines, what I wanted to tell you was the ley lines are so strong that even Aleister Crowley knew. And again, I'm mentioning Aleister Crowley again because he's the father of all cults. He came and he said he placed a mansion at Loch Ness, where the Loch Ness monster's from. And at Loch Ness, there's another heavy flow of ley lines crossing each other on that part of the Earth. And he placed a fucking a mansion facing north, and he did a lot of sex magic, I call it sex magic because he was using fluids of bodies and shit to manifest his power. So in order to open that Stargate, he had to sacrifice his life. Later on, a couple decades after, Led Zeppelin went to that house, finished off the fucking magic ritual, and wrote Stairway to Heaven in that house. On the ley lines, on Loch Ness, in the mansion that Aleister Crowley created. It's fucking crazy, dog. He built it with his own money. It's fucking wild. It's wild. And now you know that song is one of the most controversial songs. If you play it backwards, it talks a lot about satanic shit.
Yep. Oh crazy, my dog. Dude.
Yeah. Ley lines, dog. Ley lines, bro. Ley lines. I need to make an episode on ley lines, bro. That's just powerful.
There's another, when you do that episode, there is a town in
Signs, signs, the fucking the crop circles, ley lines. They're all connected into massive, powerful magnetic points on the Earth. Ley lines, dog. Crazy shit.
So what? Okay, so real quick, what do you think? Crop circles. Do you think that's like an energetic thing, or do you think that's like a extraterrestrial thing?
It's energy based, and they're messages for sure, and they're all very what the golden ratio, right? They're very connected with the nature. It's okay. So I did an episode. My 100th episode was actually called Circles, and we did this episode on the magnetic fields and the magnetic power. There's radiation left behind. The crops, when they're fucking bent, they're bent so perfectly they're not broken. It's not like you actually come and you do this to it, right? And you bend it, it'll snap. These crop circles are created so perfectly and so well done that it's not damaging the harvest. It's not damaging the plant. On top of that, it also leaves remnants. There's birds that fly around there all the time. And birds are magnetically in tune. That's why they crop. That's why they flock to different areas of the Earth to make sure that they leave their eggs in the right areas, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So crop circles, what I think crop circles are messages left there for us to decode. And they're not been doing this just recently. They've been doing this for a very, very long time.
And I wonder if I'm wondering if there's people in the system, in the government, whatever, who are actually decoding these codes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because they that's kind of where the whole, I believe that's kind of where the tinfoil hat, you're fucking crazy, you believe in this shit. As far as like the movie Signs go, but I've seen so many aerial photos of not only crop circles, but random. What would you? I like almost like stick figures, almost like hieroglyphs on the ground from above, and it's like, why else would they be there?
It's in Peru, it's in Chile. No,
Yeah,
Chile?
yeah.
In Peru. I think it's in
I think
Chile. And they're called the Nasdaq lines. Nasdaq lines, something like that. And there's a spider, there's a bunch of different areas, and there's like decoding, telling the aliens where to go, where to land. It's fucking wild. It's wild. Again, and they're still there today. One of the most craziest phenomenons of the earth as well. And I think those are even on ley lines. I gotta check that shit out too. Machu Picchu, ley lines.
That right there is on my bucket list. Is I want to go to Machu Picchu so fucking bad.
Yeah.
Like,
just the energy there is going to be different, bro. The energy in Turkey is different too. Where Togepli Tepe is at. Have you heard of that? That they're excavating now areas where they have now seen and carbon dated areas where civilizations stood before even civilizations could have stood. So they're decoding, carbon dating these areas where hunters and gatherers were hunting and gathering, and you're having civilizations build massive structures. I was like, so there had to be a special sect of people building this amazing structure with acoustic properties in the wall, harvesting energy from the sun, harvesting energy from the underground water rivers, while there was other sect of people outside picking berries and killing freaking mammoths. It's what are you telling me here, dog? It's fucking retarded. It's wild.
I think you have sparked my interest, like, to
on simulation theory.
Yes. But okay, last thing.
Yeah.
Simulation theory. Where does we both believe in God and a creator? Where does that where does that line up?
So even God allowing us to exist at free will is the simulation theory. Where we talk about even the free will, God couldn't stop Judas from kissing him and allowing them to destroy him. And if it wasn't for that, the resurrection wouldn't have happened. And then how did that impact our lives today? One of the biggest conspiracies of all time. That's what it is right there. Unfortunately, simulation theory doesn't stop, bro. You elevate to the next level. Checkpoint save. Have you ever had a PlayStation 2 where you're going so far down Grand Theft Auto, but you have to go to the house and then you have to tap into the little disc and save your game? That's what it is. You just saved your simulation. You hit a checkpoint in your existence where you could ascend to the fourth dimension, to the fifth dimension, and the sixth dimension. And fortunately for the people that do ascend or die here, they get reset back, reincarnated, and live again through the simulation until you learn how to ascend to the next dimension, which would be spiritual, light. Like I told you when I was talking to, who was I talking to? It was another podcast that I was in, or we had on our show, and I was talking about the trilogies of trilogies, and I sent you the video.
Yeah.
Where the theory says that God is not, we are God and God is within us, but we are light, and light's the only element that passes through all three dimensions, which is space, time, and space, time, and matter. And you have three different types of matter, 3 different types of space, and 3 different types of time, and so forth and so forth. So anything that goes through that and crosses through that is light. And how do you become light? How do you become a renegade light? Is by ascending. So the reason you're here in this simulation is to ascend to the next dimension as a light being. Everybody knows this. God was light. After he resurrected, he disappeared, became light, and now he is the bearer of light. He shines around the world, etc., etc., etc. Dude. So you live here to be more like him and be less meat, be less matter, be less attached to ego, attached to the physical, to become the next dimension. And that's where simulation transcends to something else. But you want to believe in flat earth, so whatever. I gotta dip out, bro. Baby's calling.
You're good, man. You're good. Trebles, dude. Fucking thank you so much, man.
You're my brother, dude. I didn't bring you any topics. I apologize, but I'm here to rock that out.
You brought a fuck ton of topics. I was slacking. I have so much to delve into now. My mind is.
You gotta open up your mind, bro. Thank you so much for having me. Dude. You're the best, dog.
And I want to have you on again. And one of the things I want to touch on, which I think translates kind of to simulation theory, is all about frequencies.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you something right now. Frequency is everything vibrates, dog. Nothing's still. Everything even though a chair, you see that it's still, it's fucking vibrating every single moment, dog. It's just vibrating so fucking fast that you cannot fathom it. Your brain cannot realize it. You only know that red is red because your brain, your spectrum, your light spectrum can only capture that much light. But there were so many different colors out there you cannot fucking admire. Now, everything's vibrational, dog. What I was trying to say is, frequency is everything. You can sing to a choir and make everybody feel better. This is why cathedrals, when you walk into a cathedral, those hum, 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 and it vibrates and it resonates off the walls of those cathedrals. Why those cathedrals are created in that fucking way, and those shapes and those glasses are in that way. Shapes, again, numbers, the height, everything matter. They build a 3D around you, a 3D spectrum around you that resonates with the frequency and break into your mental faculties to make you behave a certain way. They dominate your mental who you are, your feelings, your emotions, your fears, your darkest desires. They know how to fucking frequency. Whoever manipulates these frequencies are your masters. Those are your puppet masters. It's fucking wild, dog. Frequencies is wild, bro. Frequencies are so much. There's acoustic properties. You know those fucking things that the Egyptians were holding when they were fucking being mummified? Those things. Those are frequency tune forks, dog, to help them transcend to the next dimension, because we live in a dimension. We live in a simulation. They knew how to evolve through using frequency and becoming light beings to the next dimension. This is all fucking public knowledge, bro. Hashtag look it up.
You are a fucking beast, dude. You're a fucking beast. I'm gonna let you go, man.
Peace out, brother.
Thank you again. Real quick before we bounce out, dude. One more time, let all the listeners know where they can find you and your fucking beautiful podcast.
Absolutely, dog. Thank you for having me again. My podcast is called Paranoid Radio Podcast. I'm the humble host, Trebles Garcia. You can find us on all podcast platforms, absolutely free. We don't sell anything, but it would help if you drop a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. Help so that people enjoy the show as much as we enjoy making it. ParanoidRadio.com is here to serve you one episode at a time, challenging reality every single day. Thank you so much for having us, guys. Thank you so much. And shout outs to Sunday Night Secret Society's podcast. You guys are the fucking best. And again, Chef and Bo Diggles, you guys keep rocking it, dog. I'm fucking proud of you guys, and we got to stay collabing.
Thank you, brother. I hope you have a beautiful night. I know you got to get to work. You got sleep. You got work. You got sleep. You got all that fun shit. And you have your babies back there. You go give them some love, dude. Stay blessed, man. Thank you so much. And I will be talking to you very shortly, my friend.
Thank you, brother.
Hasta la pasta.
Paranoid Radio.